Well, Beaverhead County is a very large county, and a lot of it's rural. And although it's very beautiful, the mountains, the trees and such, there's isolation that comes into play, and that can affect people. Increased depression, suicides, just overall mental health, especially in the winters. When we have real long winters, it affects people's behavior. And the other component we have is the Interstate 15 and the transient population that goes through, and a lot of folks that are transients or moving through tend to suffer from mental illness, and they're so far away from, say, Butte or Idaho Falls, they get stuck in places like Lima or, out in front of the fast food areas Beggin, and we get a lot of calls on folks like that, especially down at the Lima Rest area, and they're really in crisis and they need some help, and a lot of their issues aren't necessarily of their own making at this time for whatever reasons in life that they're struggling. Well, there's a lot of areas where we experience that. Some of, like I talked about, on the highways and the isolation and suicide and depression, but we also have issues in the jail. A lot of people that come to jail are dealing with substance abuse problems and other coping issues that have caused their behavior to not quite fit in with society's rules and norms. So I placed a big emphasis on crisis intervention team training, and that's a week-long course that deputies and detention officers go to, where they learn de-escalation techniques, they learn about different kinds of mental illness, and they're able to just diffuse situations to help folks bring them down from crisis, and then we can start to solve problems. Part of that training too also identifies ways that we can assist in our community with the hospitals, with the mental health professionals, and help these folks find help so that they're not in and out of the system all the time. I've been very active with the local advisory committee on mental health as a subject matter expert on some of their committees. It's a group of various professionals and people that just have an interest in helping our community become resilient. I think it's a wonderful thing, from the ACEs program, where there's help for at-risk youth, and we're getting literature and materials and that can be distributed to the youth and some of our at-risk populations, such as elderly people susceptible to scams, and handling that depression. Talks about things like bullying and social media. Just interacting with the public, as well as continuing the crisis intervention team training for the deputy sheriffs and the detention officers, so that we can be out in the community and just gaining that experience and that knowledge on how we can help our citizens and help those people that are passing through.